And if you think about what has been so broken about the public health bureaucracy in this country for years, for decades, generations even, it's that people think in incredibly conventional ways. If you think about how unhealthy the American population has gotten over the past 20 or 30 years, you're not going to fix that problem unless you have people at the table who are asking different questions than the ones that were asked 20 years ago.
Well, that kind of innovative thinking was center stage during the White House MAHA panel this week with a focus on a new kind of science, reverse aging. Our next guest is a biohacker who spoke to that panel. Brian Johnson joins us now. Brian, it's so great to have you on. We've had you on before. By the way, ratings just spike up every time you come on because people are very interested in reverse aging. But when we think about it, Brian, I think, so you talk about Botox or fillers or even Kris Jenner's amazing facelift. That's not what you're talking about. So explain the science of reverse aging. Wow, look at that. I mean, can we get to that without a facelift, Brian?
I mean, yes, this moment is really exciting. It's kind of, if you think of health and reverse aging, it's kind of like the beginning of computers or the internet or AI. It's the next big thing in the world. And a lot of people are just not aware that it's happening and it's here. And so, yes, I can share a few things that I do that everybody can do for free that make these things practical and tangible.
Okay, let's get into that. Before we do, explain to people what you've been personally doing and how much you spend a year on reverse aging yourself. And maybe tell everybody what your age is. Your real age.
So I'm 48 years old chronologically. However, biologically, I'm a few hundred different ages. So 5 years ago, I asked this question, are we on the cusp of being able to radically extend human lifespan, healthy lifespan? And so I hired a team of 30 doctors, and I measured the biological age of every organ of my body, my liver, my pancreas, my brain, my lungs, all my biological processes. And with that baseline, we then looked at the scientific evidence and said, now how do you slow down aging and reverse it? And so over the past 5 years, I've become the most measured person in human history, and I've been able to dramatically slow down my speed of aging. For example, I now, over every 12 months, I only age 6 months. So I've slowed down my speed of aging and made a lot of gains in reversing aging damage that I sustained with earlier life habits that were not great.
Okay.
And so I've been basically endeavoring. Yep, go ahead.
So you're super rich and you spend millions of dollars doing this, but you say you have tips that are free. So why don't you tell our audience what we can do to reverse age in a more economical fashion?
You know, the funny thing is I have spent millions of dollars pursuing this, and largely that's been a result of the scientific research. And my result is to tell people to do fewer things. Most things in health and wellness do not work. And so you want to focus on the things that have the highest level of evidence that you actually can see data that they have a promising outcome. So I'll tell you, with all my efforts, there's one marker I value above all, that is lower your resting heart rate before bed. And what you will learn is things that increase your heart rate before bed worsen your sleep, and things that lower your heart rate before bed improve your sleep. And sleep is the #1 longevity therapy in the entire world. And so I've built my life entirely around sleep.
So how can you lower your heart rate? What's your recommendation for that before bedtime? What do you do?
There's a few really simple things. So for example, if your bedtime is 10 p.m., try to have your final meal of the day at least 4 hours before bed. Now, by doing that, you give your body time to digest. It allows your body to cool down, the heart rate to go down. Your body releases melatonin. Number two is you need a 60-minute wind down routine. That means screens are off, no scrolling, texting, or working. And for 60 minutes, you have this open window to calm your body down. Read a book, journal, go for a walk, talk to a friend, hang out with the family. But you can't have high arousing activities. 3 is be mindful of blue light. So in the nighttime, you want red and amber lights. You also want to go to bed at the same time every single night. Now, if you can incorporate those basic practices on a daily basis, it will dramatically improve your sleep. Now, the thing that's cool about this is when you sleep well, your willpower increases. That means the next morning, when you're looking at a croissant or the cookie, or when you're in the afternoon and you have your whatever vice you have much more willpower. So it creates this really virtuous cycle of better sleep, increased willpower. So it really hits at the heart of American society is sick because
it really does. I'm running out of time, Brian. We're going to have you back because, honestly, I could go on forever with you. I'm so glad that you're part of this whole MAHA movement. I'm pushing back on everyone that says you're vain. I think you're doing a great service to America. Brian, thanks for joining us this morning. You got it.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.